I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be taking short trips with women that you're dating. Little mini weekend vacations, if you will. I got an email here from a viewer. He says, "Hey Coach, thanks again for your advice, your book, and all your video coaching newsletters." He says, "I'm now dating a university professor." He says, "This is great stuff." He says, "I have a question though." He says, "I know it is a rinse, recycle, and repeat when you're dating, taking a girl out on evening dates and creating an opportunity for sex to happen, but would you go on short trips with the girl you are dating? Or is it only to go on dinner, fun in your town, place, etc.? He says, "I understand going away with your girl might be a day event, and I know one should avoid a day event as it is only an evening thing, so it's best to avoid day dating, but with your girl, what do you do on holiday? Would you go on holidays or short trips with her?" And it really, I would say it depends on where you're at with this particular girl. If you've only been out with her 3 times, taking her away to a beach house for the weekend, it might be a little extravagant. The idea is that you want to I personally take women on trips, multi-day trips, women that I'm in a relationship with or that I've been dating for a couple of months. If I've only been out on a few dates, absolutely not. I'm not going to take them on a weekend trip. But if you're intimate with the girl and you're having lots of fun together and you're pretty much seeing each other all the time, maybe you're not exclusive yet, but you're pretty much together all the time and she hasn't brought it up, I'd say absolutely, because at that point you're going to be spending several, like the weekends, you're probably going to be together Friday, Saturday, and Sunday anyways, and you're going to be together during the day and during the night and doing all kinds of fun things together. And so this is what happens is as you date a girl, and if you follow what I teach in my book, which is when you start dating a girl, you take her out once a week. And that's what you do. Once a week, you call her, make a date. Now, usually what happens by the 3rd to 4th week that you're dating her, and provided she had a high level of attraction and interest from you from the get-go, and you're doing more things right than wrong when you're dating her, what's going to happen is as her interest and her level of attraction goes up, she's not, like say you go out on a Wednesday, she's not going to want to wait for you to call on Monday or Tuesday like you normally do. What's going to happen is if you went out on a Wednesday, usually like a Friday or a Saturday or maybe even a Thursday night, she's just going to text you and say, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you and I had a really great time the other night." Well, why is she doing that? Yeah, she wants to tell you that she had a great time, but the real reason is she's putting herself into your orbit in hopes that you will create an opportunity for sex to happen. In other words, you'll plan the next date, and that way she doesn't have to wait several days. Because what's happening is, as her interest goes up, she wants to see you more and more. And her reaching out to you, she's not going to call and ask you out on a date 99% of the time. But what she will do is just call you to chit-chat or say she had a good time or to see what you're up to. But what she really wants is she's thinking about you and she wants to see you again. So arrange a date to get together. Maybe you plan something on a Sunday because maybe your Friday and Saturday was busy or whatever. And then so you go out on a Sunday with her. And then Tuesday, Wednesday comes, you call and you arrange your next date like you normally do. Like I said, what happens is the time in between that you talk starts getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter until after about 2 months of doing everything right with the girl, you're pretty much together 24/7. When you're not working, she's coming over to your place, or you're going over to her place. I mean, you're just together all the time, and so she'll be texting you 2 to 3 times a day at that point, and that's what happens. But you just stick to the script once a week, planning a date. And then as she reaches out to you more and more, you start planning more and more dates with her. And like I said, once you guys are intimate together, I wouldn't take a girl on a trip unless you guys are dating and sleeping together and you've been dating for several weeks or a month or 2. So that's the best way to do it, because you don't want to get yourself in a situation where you're like on a second date and you're whisking a girl away for a weekend trip. Because I know even if you can, because I got a lot of guys that are older and they got money and they can afford it. The idea is that you don't want to start doing these things right off the get-go, because then she's going to come to expect that that's what you're going to do. And the idea is that you want to remain objective when you first start dating a girl, because you want to make sure that she's really into you. Because a lot of guys make the mistake of only focusing on their interest in a woman and completely ignoring any signs or even looking for any signs that the girl is reciprocating interest. And so the idea is that as she reciprocates more interest, you reciprocate a little bit more. And then, I mean, once you're pretty much together all the time, it's like, yeah, absolutely. Go about your life. And if you want to go stay at a 5-star resort at the Beverly Wilshire, fucking by all means, plan it out. But do that with girls that you've been dating for a couple of months. If you want to remain objective, that's the best way to handle it. Just take your time, dude. It's like, what's the rush? Something to think about. So if you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several weeks to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a box that has a link that will take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, just download one of their free e-reader apps for whatever electronic device you want to read it on. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters, the articles on my website, and my ebook, you can show your appreciation right now by going to my website, and on the Wibiya toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.